What player would you guys build around right now? Jason Tatum, Devin Booker, Zion Williams, Ja Morant, or Luka, or other? These are all players that are 26 and under.
Tough question, man.
It is a tough question, so take some time to think about it.
I already know.
I mean, it's hard to pick. No disrespect to any of these players on this list. Zion, Ja, they're all great players. Gotta go with Luka, man. He has a lot of styles in his game. I mean, he could just shoot the ball flat out, man, from anywhere. He reminds me of a Curry sometimes. So you just pass, shoot, and for being this size, he has that quickness to him too. So he has that little quick 1-2 step. He has a nice second, third jump. He can play below the rim. I love Zion. It's just the health factor. Hopefully he can stay healthy. Jason Tatum would probably be the second on the list, and then probably like Ja.
Yeah, I think Luka right now is the most explosive and consistent on offense.
I'm going with something that you didn't even say. LaMelo Ball.
You would take him over Morant?
Give me Morant or Williams.
Tatum all day. Everybody knows I'm a Kobe fan. As far as having that mentality, getting in there, just getting nasty from getting out a win. Now, besides from the final series last year, Jason Tatum had that fire. There were a couple games in the playoffs where he was under 20 points, but as far as like his impact on the game, you could see the difference between him being on the floor early 2000s. You'd build around a big man, that dominant force down low. If you have somebody like Jason Tatum who can run the 2 all the way to the 4, he can control a game, and not just with scoring. The tenacity that he brings on defense is underrated, I think. That's just my stance on it.
I think y'all hit it right on the head with those two. Out of the list, Zion, he's a big hooper is what he is, and I really like him to build around, and I think the Pelicans are doing that right now. They got some good acquisitions with Brandon Ingram and now with CJ. Honestly, he hasn't been healthy, so I think you'll hit it right on the head with Luka. That would be the next guy I'd build around. I like Zion.
He could stay healthy for the next 4 to 5 years, you know what I mean, without any major injuries, being out for a long period of time. I feel like he could be the next face of the league. What else you got, Joe?
That was all great. Can't really go wrong with any of those guys, and that's the beauty of that question. Can make arguments for all of them. Tatum and Booker remind me most of kind of that Kobe instinct, that killer instinct that they have. Tatum does look like he's ready to make that superstar jump if he hasn't made it already. I like the Zion pick only because if we're looking, long term in the future, ideally all these guys staying healthy, I think Zion is the one that when we look back 5-10 years and be like, yeah, it might have been Zion, the one that you want to build a team around. I think Luka is probably the most obvious answer in this question with what he was able to do with so little in the playoffs last year. Some players down, he was able to beat that Suns team, pretty much put the team on his back and took them to the Western Conference Finals. So Luka definitely has an argument to make that case. Me personally, I'm going to go Ja Morant. The argument that I would make there is because you simply look at his team. They've built a great team around him, but he really has no other all-star arguably around him. Desmond Bane's kind of making that jump. Jaren Jackson's kind of making that jump. They're still young. You can just see, not that they can't win without him, but you can just see the energy that he brings to that team when he plays and the unstoppableness. And they feel like when he's on the court with them that they can beat anybody in the NBA. They have that kind of confidence. He's 22 years old. He's a combination to me of Allen Iverson and Derrick Rose. He's going to have that team making championship runs for the next 8 to 10 years if he sticks with them. Another guy I want to throw in there that I didn't put on that list, a couple guys actually, Anthony Edwards, Ant-Man. I think he's going to be in the conversation in the next couple of years as well. Trae Young has been in the league for so long that we don't realize that he's only 24 years old. The Hawks are building a great squad around him, and he's probably the closest thing to Steph Curry that we've seen. He says that's exactly what that question is supposed to bring. There's not really a wrong answer, right? And I could see all these guys winning championships. NBA is definitely in good hands, that's for sure.
Everyone love everybody. ELE.
Thanks again for watching. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment as well. We love the feedback.
Until next time,
Ball up.